Hey, this is Karis, and I was thinking about talking about something today here in our dining room with our lovely little tree. It's got cute little lights on it. My hair, I'm sorry, I have to get it done. The roots are so bad. But that's not what's important. What's important is the word of the Lord. So, I've been doing a Bible reading plan, and it's really intense because it's like the Bible in 90 days, and I think I'm going to be right at the Bible in 100 days because it's a lot. But I've really been enjoying it because I feel like there's so much in the Bible, and there's so much you miss if you don't read the whole thing. So this will be my second time reading it through, and so I just would encourage anyone to read the Bible, even if you're not a Christian, but especially if you are a Christian, so you know what's in there, and you can hopefully answer questions if people have them about being Christian. So, anyways, today I want to talk about titles, and I want to talk about this because we still seem to have this problem in the church with titles. And it stood out to me so clear when I was reading the Bible the other day about titles. And, this is something that Jesus talked about, so we know it's really important because it was written in red. So the red parts are really, really, really important. So in this verse, it's in Matthew 23, and Jesus is basically talking to the disciples, and he's saying, "Don't let anyone call you rabbi, for you have only one teacher, and all of you are equal as brothers and sisters. And don't address anyone here on earth as Father, for only God in heaven is your spiritual Father. And don't let anyone call you teacher, for you have only one teacher, the Messiah." He's talking about himself. And so that is the New Living Translation of that verse. But, wow, we still have this problem. Like, it's widespread in Christianity. We call all these different people all sorts of names like bishop and minstrel and pastor and, maybe we don't use minstrel very much. But regardless, title is still a big deal. And I think people, they say, well, it's a form of respect, and we need to respect each other. But Jesus said that the least of these would be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So the least person that has the least amount of clout or whatever is the greatest in his kingdom. So wouldn't everybody need a title then? Okay, well, anyways. But it's saying nobody should have a title. Don't let anyone call you rabbi or father. And actually, father is still used in some churches. But, we have this issue with titles, and, why do we have this issue with titles, especially since it's so clear in this verse in Matthew 23, 8 through 10. The Message version says, verse 9 says, "Don't set people up as experts over your life, letting them tell you what to do. Save that authority for God. Let Him tell you what to do. No one else should carry the title of Father. You have only one Father, and He's in heaven." So, you might know that Jesus had kind of a problem with the religious teachers of the day because they were really prideful, and they carried the spirit on them that was not of God. And he even called them wicked. He called them all sorts of things to try to get their attention, hopefully to save them from death. But and some of them did become converted to Christianity. But for the most part, they were deceiving people and stealing from widows and all this craziness. And so Jesus was like, don't be like them. Don't be like, the teachers of religious law, where they preen about in marketplaces, and they like the public flattery, and they enjoy their titles because it gives them a sense of significance and importance. He says, no, we're not supposed to be like that. And we're not supposed to get praise from men and put other people, almost in the same playing field as God. So what's the deal with our titles? Honestly, I don't mind calling someone by a title if it makes them feel better or it shows them that I respect them, but I never want anyone to call me by a title, ever. So just don't ever call me by anything than my first name. And that's, why? I think it gets to a point, especially in our culture today, where honestly it gets to be a little bit narcissistic. I hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, why do we need a title? We don't need a title. I mean, yeah, maybe you went to such and such school or whatever. That's great, and that's awesome, and that's a great achievement. But my goodness, we're all equal in God's sight. So why the titles? Um, so in the context of this verse, the last thing I just want to say is that Jesus was warning the disciples against the teachers of religious law and the hypocrisy that was in the church at the time. So just this verse here in Luke 20, verse 23. I'm sorry, no, that's in Matthew. Is that in Matthew? Oh. Okay, yes. Okay, in Luke 20, 45 through 47. While all the people were listening, Jesus said to his disciples, "Beware of the teachers of the law. They like to walk around in flowing robes and love to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and have the most important seats in the synagogue and the places of honor at banquets. But they devour widows' houses and for a show make lengthy prayers. These men will be punished most severely." So I just want to close with that because it says there, these men will be punished most severely. Wow. And I think what he's talking about there is he's talking about the hypocrisy and just how, these people are getting their esteem from their position versus getting their esteem from God. And that's just what we ought to do is we ought to get our esteem from, knowing that we're children of God, knowing that we're accepted, knowing that Jesus loves us for who he made us to be. And that's it. We don't have to earn other people's approval, and we don't have to have a title to feel like we're valuable. So just want to leave you with that word today on titles, and I hope you have a wonderful day.